I'm a bit of a gadget man, and with every video that I've filmed, I've used different kinds of cameras. When I've been off the bike, generally I've used either my iPhone or my trusty old Sony Handycam, which has a fantastic zoom on it. And to date, I've not found anything as compact and reliable and handy to carry around as this. But when I'm on the bike, it's a different story. I need something hands-free. I used to use a Sena helmet cam, which was probably the best helmet cam you could buy at the time, but the battery eventually died and only gave me 10 or 15 minutes of filming, so I switched. And now I use a Ghost, which is excellent. For shots on the bike, I've always used a GoPro, front and back. And recently I've started experimenting with Insta360 cameras, and they're working out really well. But this is a video about dash cam style cameras, something I dipped my toe into during the filming of our 2017 Island video. My thought process being that this would give me front and rear camera coverage all day long. I wouldn't have to worry about battery power at all because it's connected directly to the bike. And initially it was a good idea. The footage you're watching now was filmed in Ireland with that very dash cam. But it wasn't without glitches, and they got worse and worse and worse. So this is the offending item. It cost me under £100 in 2017. It controls two 1080 HD cameras front and rear. Holds two SD cards, one for each camera. It has a colour screen, though it's not touchscreen, so you have to navigate through the menu using buttons. And to get the footage off the system, you have to remove the SD cards and put them into a PC. There's no Bluetooth, there's no Wi-Fi. And probably the cause of the problems, it's not waterproof. I can't say I was ever really happy with the quality of video, so I left it on the bike merely as a dash cam, just in case there was ever any time I needed to refer to some footage. So in the meantime, I went back to my trusty old cameras that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Anyway, it completely died, so I started looking for another one. And most of the ones on the market looked like exactly the same system, just rebadged. Until I saw this system, which seemed to tick all the boxes. Branded as Viofo, it's a complete camera system, two cameras front and rear, a GPS system on it, and a remote control which you can put on your handlebars. The remote control also has a microphone built in, which is really handy. Bigger than the older system, it just about fits under the seat where the old system fitted, but the benefit of this one is it's waterproof, so dampness shouldn't affect it. I managed to get the remote control to fit quite neatly on the master cylinder, and what's nice about this is there's a red light that lets you know that it's running, and a button to connect you up to Wi-Fi to transfer your videos across. I managed to place the GPS module just underneath the windscreen, just so that it's not impeded by any metal parts. And the cameras were put in exactly the same place that the old cameras were, as they worked quite well. It was quite rigid, so they didn't bounce about too much. The system only works when the ignition is on, and is indicated by the red light on the remote control. As long as you're reasonably savvy with apps on mobile phones, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with this system. You connect your phone to the dash cam's Wi-Fi system, open the app, and it eventually brings up the menu for your camera. Now for me this has taken various different times, and in this particular example it was quite quick. It shows a picture-in-picture view of both your cameras, and as you can see I installed them upside down. You manage all the settings for the cameras from this app, and it's really quite straightforward. And within the app, of course, you can view the footage that you've taken with the cameras and download it to your mobile phone. Though I have to say, for motorcycling videos I found this method far too slow. It's much quicker just to take the SD card out of the machine and put it into your PC. I'm happy to say that the footage I got is far superior to the previous system that I had. It's clear that motorbike dash cams have come a long way since 2017, though it's fair to say that this one was just over £200 and my previous one was under £100. As a dash cam, it's working perfectly. As a camera to record motorbike trips, it's better than the last one, but it's not going to replace the action cameras like GoPro, Insta360 or the drift camera. It will of course be ideal for those moments that I miss with any of those cameras. And I love the inclusion of the microphone on the remote. Because it's outside of the bike, it can capture speech without getting drowned out by the engine. So for me, I've managed to find a motorcycle dash cam that works really quite well. So well in fact that I can use it as a camera for recording my bike trips as well as recording any sort of incidents that happen that you would normally use a dash cam for. So I do recommend it. It definitely comes recommended, but I might add that Viofo or whoever it is that makes it haven't given me this. I bought it myself, so this is a genuine review. Hope you enjoyed this video. Ride safe if you can while we're in lockdown, and take care of yourself.